Hey golf people, check it out. We've got the Wilson D9s today to test out for you.
Big thanks to playbetter.com who sent me this set for us to check out and test today.
What I love about the Wilson D9s, honestly, is the price. They are really great value. The performance, when tested, at least in the simulator, seemed really, really good, but the real test, as you know, is out here on course, and that's what we're doing here today on Let's Play Through. If this is your first time joining, you may or may not know that I am more of your mere mortal out there. I have an average swing speed. I'm not going to hit it 300 yards today. It's super dry conditions here because it hasn't rained in Tampa in really a couple of months. And of course I come out here and there's a couple of gray skies, but we'll see if the weather holds up. All right, now I like to have a competition. So our over under here on this 9 holes is going to be +3. If we can keep it from even to +3, that's going to be a win. If we are +4 or over, that's not so good, okay? So that's going to be our goal. Let's see if we can do it. All right, we've got a par 5 in front of us, kind of a short par 5. This set comes 5 through sand wedge, so 5 is the highest club that we've got to hit, or the furthest club. We're going to start off with that. All right, we're out there. Well, a little right on me, but that's just getting used to a shaft that I'm not used to, which is regular. This is a KBS Max Ultralight. I'm generally a stiff flex player, so that's probably why that shot went a little errant, but we'll fix that as we go here. Let's do it. First thing that I can tell you about these irons is I love the looks and feel of these things. They have a very classic look to them. Granted, they're a little chunkier than the irons that I would normally play, and they've got a little bit of an offset to them, but if you are a beginner or a mid to high handicapper, I think you're going to like that because that instills confidence. When you stand over the ball, you got a little extra something down there. But the sound of these things, they're probably the best sounding clubs that I've ever played with. They have a very nice, satisfying like click to them. I really like that. All right, let's hit the second shot here. All right, now I found myself in the bunker here, so I will be going 5 iron again. Again, this shot's just to keep us in position. That is going to be just ideal, actually. These clubs are very easy to get up in the air, and I really like that about these. I really need a caddy. After one mediocre 5 iron and one really good one, we're here about 159 from the hole. I'm going to go 7 iron, which is pretty much my normal 7 iron distance. Now, we know these clubs are a little pressed forward, so I'll be interested to see how they stick and hold, as well as how high they get up in the air. A lot of times manufacturers make up for that pressed loft by adding more weight towards the bottom. But with these clubs, they've got these little power grooves built into them. So we'll see if these things get up in the air. 7 iron coming. Tell you what, these clubs are so easy to get up. That is middle of the green, and that felt really good. All right, guys, so far so good. I love having a birdie putt to start the day when I didn't even have to pull out a driver or a 3-wood. These greens are a little on the bumpier side because, again, been so dry out here, they ended up aerating these greens as well. So anything could happen putting game, but one way or the other, we got to keep it. +3 or better would be ideal. Settle, 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 settle. Okay, I'm just guessing with green speed really to start, so I'll take a 2-putt par here. That's a good way to get us on our way. All right, heading to number 2 here. Now this is a dogleg left, not a huge hole, but you really want to get in position. There's a bunker on the right that you can drive into with a driver, which is why I normally take 3-wood here to take that on play. But we're going to go 5 iron again here. I'm going to try to make an adjustment here. Here's the adjustment I'm going to make. I'm not a swing coach, and I never claim to be, but this is a little bit more of a flexible shaft than what I'm used to. So literally all I'm going to do is move the ball forward in my stance a little bit. See, that's the thing, guys. You can always make adjustments to whatever clubs you're playing. So if you've got an old hand-me-down set, maybe it isn't perfect for you. Don't get discouraged. You can use whatever you've got. All right, you just got to make some adjustments sometimes. Better. Still not amazing, but better. All right, so that shot flew a bit straighter than I wanted. I was hoping to get a little bit of a draw, but it really just stayed pretty straight there. Maybe even a little right of where I want it to be, so still got to make another adjustment there. But here's the thing I will say about forgiving clubs. There's always a yin and a yang with clubs, right? Especially with forgiving clubs. The big thing with them is that they're not going to be workable in the same way that a player's iron is, okay? So a lot of people saw I played really well with those Costco clubs. In fact, we were only 2 over with clubs I had never played before on the course, which for me was really great. And people ask me, would I actually put those clubs in my bag? While I love them, I think they're great for mid to high handicappers, I personally wouldn't put them in my bag because I do value a little bit more feel and a little bit more workability. I like to be able to move the ball right and left when needed. So you're going to lack that a little bit here with the D9s as well. Either way, I'm still in a really good spot here on the right side of the fairway. Let's make a good shot in, see if we can get a birdie putt. We actually found a green spot of this fairway too, which is good. We got a little more grass under the ball. We've got 139 to the pin. Let's see if we can get there with an 8-iron. Normally I could think about 9 here, but there's some wind. There's some wind. I want to make sure I carry that bunker. On this hole, I'm okay being a little long. That one's drawing nice. As long as it carries, yeah. Oh, wow. Whew. That's over the green. I definitely could have got there with 9. Had no idea. I hit that one pretty flush though, as you can see. Really sweet spot, and it felt it. These are pretty good feeling clubs. Again, cast iron clubs, not forged. You're not gonna have that buttery, soft feel, but they sound great. They feel pretty good. All right, so just for giggles, I'm gonna actually hit the gap wedge that comes with this set. First chip ever, anything could happen. Ooh, that squirted out. Okay, we got a longer putt than I wanted. And I can definitely say that these have a little pop to them. Normally I'd chip that with a 60. Very makeable putt here though. Yeah, all right. All right, stepping up to the 3rd hole here. This is really where the teeth of this course begins. This is a longer par 4. But what makes it very difficult is you have water all along the right side, out of bounds all along the left, and there's a narrow neck as this thing begins to dogleg right. We're going to give this one more shot here, the 5-iron, but I've got to get some good distance out of this one. Turn. Oh, it's flirting with the water. I think we're going to be okay, though. Oh, it took a terrible hop right. Oh, guys, we're in the water. All right, we got to bear down now. What happened was it hit here into the hill, took a bad hop right, a little unlucky, but it wasn't the perfect shot, so that's what happens. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. We've got about 196. I'm going to see if I can get there with this 5-iron. Couldn't quite get there. We're off the green here. We're trying to avoid a double bogey, but it's not looking promising, I gotta say. I've got a so-so lie, and I've got about 35 to 40 yards here. I'm gonna hit with the rangefinder in a second. We gotta knock this tight just to make bogey. Basically, we gotta get up and down for a bogey. Gotta land it right in there, and then kind of hope it goes forward for us. See if we can do it. If not, we're in trouble. Oh, keep going. All right, we got a putt at it. What we have going good for us is I know how these greens break because I play here all the time. Bad news is it's a little plinko board because we've got these holes. Not horrible, but it's not going to be a completely smooth ride. And we've got to avoid double bogey here. I really got to look this one over good. It's pretty straight. It's pretty straight. If anything, it's going to move just a tad left. I hit it firmly to... double, guys. Sorry. Oh boy. That puts us in a little bit of trouble because I said the teeth of the course start here. That was just the beginning of it. So we've got to start playing some real good golf here. All right, stepping up to the fourth hole here, a very tough hole. Not because of length, though it's a little on the longer side because of the curve left here, but mostly because both shots have to really be placed in position perfectly. We've got bunker on the right over here, a stack of palm trees and bushes on the left that we don't want to hit. Good thing going for us is we'll get a little extra roll with these very dry conditions down here. A lot of times I'll hit 3-wood here. I think with 5-iron, some roll will be okay. And of course, we're testing these irons, so I'm trying to get the most we can out of them, guys. Okay, that's right down Broadway. Really high. Higher than I would think a 5-iron would go, honestly. So if you've got trouble getting the ball up in the air, these clubs and these power holes are going to help you with that. Distance-wise, that hurts it a little bit, though, because that high trajectory is not going to give you the roll. I thought I'd get a little bit more roll than I did. So I'm actually going to measure this shot, see exactly how far we hit it, because I hit it right on the screws. All right, so we hit that 187, and we've got 176 to the hole here. Okay, so we're going to see if we can maybe put a 6-iron in our hands. That would be good. And again, very tight shot here. We have water far left, but then we've got a lot of just kind of waste, barren lands to the left. So left is dead. Right, there's a tree that gets in the way, and this green moves right to left, and everything comes down off this hill, and the pin's up top. So it's going to be tough to get close to this no matter what. Any clubs I would have in my hand, this would be a tough shot, but more compounded because these aren't my clubs. But that's what a club test is all about, right? See what we can do. Whoa. That is unreal good. It's coming off the hill just a little bit. We're walking up on this green so you get a little better idea of what I was talking about. The pin up here, up top, you're going to see where this ball landed. All right, well, here is what looks to be our mark. It only rolled down that far, so even better than I thought. We've got a really good chance at a birdie here, and I'd like to make it to get that double bogey out of my head. If I hit it, it was in. It was dead center if I hit it. All right. Hey, I'll take a par on a very tough hole. Let's move on to 5. So if we were to look at the scorecard here, we're talking 3 pars and 1 double. That tee shot, I wish I had that one back for sure. But it is what it is. That's golf. And I always say, if it was easy, it wouldn't be fun. All right, so we got to keep it together here. We have half the course to play, and we've really only got 1 shot to play with. So we're going to make a nice shot here on a par 3. Should be playing about 172, it looks like. Got to hit a real good shot in here. I think we'll stick with that 6-iron. I might be able to get there with a 7-iron, but I don't want to overswing because, again, this is definitely not the right shaft for me. I just want a nice, smooth, and steady swing. Sometimes you got to be okay with taking 1 extra club and a little smoother swing. A lot of times people try to kill it just for the numbers and the stats. And that works against golf games more often than it helps. Okay, I left that one out to the right a little bit. And just a little short of the green. I think we're on the apron. Okay, walking up to the green here. I don't know if you can see it, but on the far side of the green is my ball, and the flag's over here. Okay, I'm gonna park my cart. Now, what you may or may not also be able to see from the camera is there is a lot of slope, AKA break, AKA grade on this green. So getting the speed right here is very, very difficult, even under great conditions. With these punched not too long ago greens, I'm gonna hit a chip shot here. And I'm gonna go to a trusty club of mine. Let's see, we're gonna go 54-degree wedge here. because we just can't take a chance. We got to get a par here. We can't put ourselves on the bubble this early in the round. So we've got to do what we can here to make a 3. Okay. All right. Could have been better, to be quite honest with you. When it landed in here, I was hoping it was going to land in here and roll in. We got 8 feet to make a par. Wish me luck. Oh, yes. That makes up for the birdie putt I missed. Honestly, I'm thanking my lucky stars there because I did not deserve to make a par there. I hit not a great first shot, not a good second shot. Luckily, the putter came through. Now, that had some late break, too. I hit it a little harder than I wanted, and it broke late. That had me scared, but the flag stick in might have helped, too, on that one. Anyways, this is the #1 hole on the course, though. I don't think it's as hard as the card says. It does take a good drive. For the first time, I'm going to take a driver out because I would like to see what a pitching wedge or a 9-iron feels like out of this set. So we're going to go driver here for a couple holes. There, first drive of the day. Wasn't a bomb, but it's down the hill and running. We finally get to put a wedge in our hands, and that's what happens when you take on a driver on this course. That happens from time to time. Now, we do have a giant tree to contend with here. It's probably 30 feet high, so we're really going to see how high these irons get up in the air. We've seen and tested they get up pretty high, so I'm pretty confident, but pin is short and a little right of the green, 111. Oh, it's high. And I left it out to the right. Plenty high, I just left it out to the right. Honestly, guys, no excuse there. That was a bad swing. Okay, fine, one excuse. It's not the right shaft for me. We know that already, though. I should have made that adjustment. I just didn't. Kind of brain farted out here. Anywho, we've done it before and we can do it again. Let's get up and down, guys. Easy chip shot. We're coming uphill. Plenty of green to work with. Not a great effort again. Yeah. Okay, guys, we're in trouble because we are +3. We are on the bubble. We've got 3 holes to play. We've got a par 4, a par 3, and a par 5 with an island green. So these irons have to come alive. Let's do it. All right, 7th hole here is a straightaway about 350, 364, it says, from where we're playing these. The big dog's coming out so we can put a low lofted club in our hand. Again, we gotta get one to get tight. Okay, guys, we had that one nice shot into the 4th hole, but apart from that, we haven't had too many scares at birdie, so let's get one here. Okay. All right, now the wind has definitely picked back up in our face here as we're making the turn for home. We've got 138. Normally I would try to go 9-iron here, but we've got to make the green. We cannot be short left or right because of those bunkers, so I'm going to go 8-iron here. Nice, smooth, and steady. Wins the race, okay? It's good, it's drawing in there. A little left of the flag stick. And we're about pin high. I'd say worst case, we've got 2 putts in us. Best case, maybe we actually drop one. Now, going 8-iron was definitely the right play there for me, and that's a little of the wisdom that comes with some age. Knowing that it's a little warm out here, I'm walking, I'm getting tired. It's literally the middle of the afternoon. Normally I do these in the morning, but today we were getting the Father's Day video ready. If you haven't checked out the Father's Day video, go back and check that one out. It's our gift ideas, my top 10 ideas. And there's a contest there that you can win over at our sponsors, playbetter.com. Get entered because we're giving away a Rad Speed driver from Cobra, a Cobra bag, rangefinders, balls, all sorts of cool stuff. I think a GPS unit in there as well. it's a great contest. So anyways, I know I'm feeling a little bit tired. You probably hear me taking a few extra breaths here as we're walking. So I took an extra club and it worked out well. All right, I think this is the first putt I've had all day that's actually gonna move left to right on us. It's uphill. I'd call this 17 feet. And whoa, that really turned. Man, that makes it a harder putt than I wanted. A little knee knocker. All right. Par three's coming. And I've always said if I hit a hole-in-one, no matter what club I'm using, that's the clubs that I'll use for the rest of my life. So let's see if it's going to be the Wilson D9s today. Real short one, although it's playing a little longer than normal today. We've got 141. We know there's a little wind against us because we're on the same line as that last hole. We've got to carry the water and then a bunker that runs across the front and right side here. So we're going to go 8-iron and we're going to see if we can make this club talk. Again, liking how easy it is to get in the air, but here's where I'm going to need a little bit more distance against this wind. And we need the accuracy more than anything. Ooh, that's a good looking shot. That is sweet. And I think it's actually even a little long, but it's safe, and that's what we needed to do.
Bam! That's right.
All right, we're heading to 9, and now we've got a little bit of a cushion thanks to that birdie putt. I'm really pumped here. I think we're going to do it. So here are my last parting thoughts about the D9s here as we make the long walk through the tunnel to 9 under the traffic. Who do I think they're for? Who are these clubs best suited for? They're definitely going to be best suited for, I think, senior players, number one. If you're a senior, you need a little bit more distance. You're struggling getting the ball back up in the air. You maybe need a little bit more height. I think you're going to love these. Second group these are going to be good for is going to be higher handicappers or even beginners maybe getting into the game because they're incredibly easy to hit and get up in the air for those same reasons. Now, that's going to come at the expense of a little workability, a little feel. The sound is great, and you do have a nice sweet spot. You know when you hit these clubs well. And when you hit them well, they fly like a dart, dead straight, like that 8-iron right there. And, you know, stopping power-wise, pretty good. Much better than I thought they'd be, to be honest, for how pressed these lofts are. So, all in all, I'm pleasantly surprised. And what I really love about these clubs is the price tag. A lot of value there, guys. Check them out at playbetter.com. That's where I would buy these. If I was you, they sell all of the Wilson lineup there, and they're just good guys. Okay, we've got a straightaway par 5 to end this. It's going to play more or less 500 yards, but generally becomes kind of a 3-shot hole thanks to the fact that there is water surrounding this green. So not going to try to kill the drive, especially since I'm going into the wind anyways. We're going to play this as a 3-shot hole. Hopefully we get out of here with par or better. Let's do it. All right, just hit a little shot there to get us into position because this is going to be a 3-shot hole no matter what. We're in perfect position. We're going to have that little gap wedge in our hands, and we're going to see if we can make that thing talk. Right into the hill. Normally I'd go gap wedge there, but I want to test these clubs. All right, chip and a putt. Let's get out of here +2 and call it a day. All right, guys, mission accomplished, +2. It was looking pretty grim there in the middle of the round, but we fired back with that birdie on 8. And I like what I saw out of the Wilson D9s, I gotta say. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up, like this video, share the channel with a friend, and I'll catch you back here very soon on another edition of Let's Play Through.